I might have lost 4 Super Bowls, but I kicked cancer's butt 4 times.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
You know, your trainer's important, your strength coach is important, your equipment people are important, and you guys had a family, and that's how you build a team, and that's what we tried to do back at Youngstown State to emulate the Bills.
Oh, and trust me, I followed Youngstown State back in the day too, because of you. And you're right. I mean, everybody pulling together. I mean, Woody and Hojo in the equipment room. I get it. I can go on and on. Yep. The ticket guy that my brother would work with to make sure I had tickets for all my family and friends that were coming into the game. So I didn't have to worry about that.
The whole world knows that you had some unbelievable teams as a part of the game of football. But probably the greatest team you had was there at home with you and Jill and you know, the things that you had to go through, and Hunter and all that. Talk about how you built that team that could handle, you know, tough times, handle adversity right there at home. How did you make that happen?
Well, it was hard early on. You know, again, I when I retired from the game of football, I thought I was going to kick back, relax, and enjoy life, and that was in 1996. And at that time, it was in January when I retired. My wife was pregnant, and we already were very blessed to have a beautiful daughter named Erin. And then my wife gave birth, and this whole story is in the book, and it pretty much tells my whole life. Fortunately, a long story short, we took him home. All the newborn screen tests were good, and he wound up 4 months of his age. He got diagnosed with a fatal genetic disease called Krabbe leukodystrophy. And what that is, real quick, it controls all your motor skills, everything we take for granted every day. The movement of your arms, your legs, your hearing, your sight, your swallowing. These children do not have any of those motor skills, and it pretty much you know, the average life was 14 months. They pretty much told us to take him home, give him that unconditional love, and watch him pass away. So my wife and I, every morning we would wake up, we were thinking, is this the day that our son's going to heaven? And so throughout my journey early on, it was very difficult. I was not a very good husband. I mean, nothing ever physical, just mentally I did my thing. And Jill was always there with always 2 or 3 nurses in the house. And again, I'm fast forwarding through a lot of this. And then, of course, I was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2002. And then very shortly after that, my son passed away at the age of 8.5. And we were very blessed. Between that day we had another girl, a daughter named Cameron. She is such a blessing also. So I had 2 daughters, and then we had to go through all this because, Coach, for me, it was difficult because when my son became sick, my wife seeked the Lord. I ran from the Lord. I was mad at God. Why would you do all this to me? I mean, all these things that happened throughout my whole life, you know, going to 4 Super Bowls, losing, blowing my shoulder out, having a son born on my birthday, and then him being diagnosed, and I can go on, and I had to change my life. And thanks, good Lord, I did, because I knew that if I didn't, I was going to lose everything, not only my family and everything I worked for, my foundation that we have, my name, and I knew how my dad taught us as an early age to be, you know, enjoy what you have, but make sure that you are proud of, you know, what your name stands for. And I knew that that name was my mom, my dad, and my 5 brothers. So I had to work through that, which I did, thank the good Lord. And here I am today. And you know what, Coach? Yep. My motto now is, I might have lost 4 Super Bowls, but I kicked cancer's butt 4 times. And that's the way I go about life now. I'm a Christian. I get it. I understand. I wish I would have done it sooner, but it's God's perfect timing. And here I am today. I have a grandson, which needed a lot of prayers right after birth with his heart, but he's doing well now. And it's the grace of God that I'm still here to be able to do what I do, and hopefully the good Lord will keep me here for many more years so I can teach my grandson how to play the game of football.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.